Hello and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going over my league start plans. So this is it. We league start in Phys Elementalist, and down in the description below I have some snapshots of progression through campaign into maps. There isn't too many uniques until you get into Endgame. So let's start going over the build. So essentially, you're going to start off from level 1 to 25. You're going to be doing rolling magma, elemental proliferation, and combustion. And then what I'm doing is swapping into righteous fire and firestorm. So you grab Herald of Thunder, you have your flame wall, arcane surge, frost blink. You can grab Herald of Ice or Herald of Ash. You got your shield charge. I got clarity there just so for some extra mana regen. This is the tree. Essentially, you can either take spell damage or cast speed. This league, I'm gonna take cast speed. You grab some fire. You grab elemental overload, and then when you get over to here, if you want to run righteous fire, you want to grab the mastery, regenerate 1 life per second for each 1% uncapped fire resistance. And then you want to stack your fire resistance. So if you see on the gear, I have fire resistance. Anywhere I could put it, I have fire resistance. I dropped a Kikuzaru. You can probably get on League Start, you probably get a Kikuzaru for like 10C, maybe cheaper, depending on what time it is in the league. You get yourself a ruby ring with 30, and you're literally just crafting fire resistance everywhere you can. And you run righteous fire with swift affliction, efficacy, and elemental focus. You grab all your golems because your first lab you're gonna take Liege of the Primordial. Grab all your golems up, and then you have Firestorm hooked up to Cruelty, Combustion, and Elemental Proliferation. You can actually put in Arcane Surge here, a level 1 Arcane Surge, and you'll constantly be proccing Arcane Surge. I just put Proliferation because I wanted it to help with the clear. And I'm using Herald of Thunder and Malevolence. I still have Flame Wall in there. I probably should have dropped that. Also running Vitality for a little bit of extra life regen. So this is what you want to shoot for if you want to run Righteous Fire through the campaign with Firestorm. And then for your swap, I do have a unique in here, but for your swap, all you need to do is go to the beginning of the campaign, and here, I'll show you real quick. You go here to the beginning of the campaign on the coast, and you literally just run the coast until you drop a of course, you check the vendors for +1 Phys on a wand, but you just run here until you drop a level 2 shield, which it's really easy to roll +1 Phys on a level 2, level 4 shield. You just alteration spam it until you get +1 to Phys. So you just run this on repeat until you drop it, and it's not a big deal to switch to Phys after campaign or before campaign. And then you would just come over to one of these ports, go over here, hold control, press click it, and then hit new instance. So now I have a new instance, and I go in here, kill the monsters again, and try to find the shield. But it's really easy. Like right here we dropped it. So we have the shield now, so I'll just show you. Get over to here. Now we have the shield. This is a level 4 shield. We want to hit it with a orb of transmutation, and then just start spamming alteration orbs until you get, see, we just got +1 all gold. We don't need that, but you just keep going. +1 all lightning. +1 all fire. +1 all lightning. +1 all physical. So I used about, I would say, 58 alteration orbs, and we got +1 all physical spell gems. So it's a level 2 would be better. It would roll it faster. This is a level 4. That's why it took so long. But you grab that, and then you check the vendors. All through campaign, you're checking the vendors. You're looking for +1 Phys. So you check the vendors for +1 Phys. Haven't found it. Come over here. And you can literally probably just roll it. +1 all cold. Like, you can just roll it. You'll roll it. +1 all chaos. +1 all cold. +1 all fire. +1 all physical gems. Another option is, boom, if, well, it's on League Start, so you wouldn't have it, but there is a vendor recipe where you take a wand, you go to your gems, you find some gems with quality that say physical. So I got this one, and I got this one, and then you sell them. Hopefully they could be corrupted. Yeah, see, 40 quality gets you another +1 to all physical spells. So here you have it, easy peasy, and this will carry you through maps up. I mean, this +1, this +2 to your gems, you're good. So let's go over to level 66 swap. So yeah, this is the level 66 swap. You want to try to get you maybe from the Genesis tree. You want to try to get you a 5 link or a 6 link. If you have a 5 link, you do Vow Reap, Corrupting Fever, Brutality, Efficacy, and Swift Affliction. And then if you have a 6 link, you want to add Empower into there. You can have a Mortal Call with cast when damage taken, Vulnerability as your curse. You're using Chain. You're using Exsanguinate with Chain, Controlled Destruction, and Unleash. You can choose to run Pride or Haste. I like to run Haste in the beginning because it makes your swings for your Reap really fast. And it also makes you faster, so your cast speed is faster. And I'm using Tempest Shield, Vitality, and Malevolence. Now, later on for Endgame, This is what you're going for. We're going to go for this Foulborn Burke's Respite, the one that does shocked enemies you kill explode, dealing 5% of their damage, because I believe that one is still, correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but I believe that that one is still, can still roll. And then you want to get your Dark Monarch Lynch's Circlet. And then I've been using this Foulborn, the Surrender tower shield, and it says gain 599 energy shield when you block. And this is huge because what I went for was glancing blows on my Skin of Lords. So our chance to block is capped. Our chance to block spell damage is capped. We do take a little bit more damage from the blocked hits, but it doesn't matter because that's mitigated by our shield here. So this is my league start plans, man. And then I'm just going to roll Primordial Bonds. You want to have Primordial Bonds where the first one is Primordial Bond and then the second one is some other keystone. And then what happens is, if I look in game here, what happens is you're only using 3 slots to get Primordial Bond, or just 2 if you just don't want the jewel socket. So it's just perfect. They're easy to roll, very cheap to roll, alteration spam, and you're gonna roll them. This is the tree. This is I Am Exile and Rutu's tree. I do take Bastion of the Elements, Liege of the Primordial, Shaper of Storms, and Shaper of Winter. I have a wand that has shock chance on it. I have +1 all Phys on the amulet. Skin of the Lords is giving us +2 to all socketed gems. So I have a level 27 Corrupting Fever. I have a level 27 Val Reap. And we're blasting. We're literally blasting. I'll just show you now that this build is still going to be viable because the golems are quality of life, and the effects of the golems, the increased effect, we're not going to have as much. So like this is going to be cut in half, 20. We're going to lose 50% here, but you still get 40% here. So that's 40, 20, 60, 90, or 80, 100. You're still gonna have 120, maybe more. I'm probably not adding up right, but increased effect of the golems, and the golems are really just quality of life. They're just there, you know. And so let me just run a map, and then we'll end the video. Run a dunes map. Alkit, see what we get. Alright, maybe we grab some scarabs. Right, run this, see what happens. Now, we are using Balbala. You don't have to use Balbala. I'm using Balbala. I like Balbala. So you hit your flasks at the beginning. You have them all on reused at the end of effect. You hit your Corrupting Fever, and you go to town. I have Lightning Warp hooked up to less duration, faster casting, and life tap. So essentially what's happening here is my Corrupting Fever is still going. You can queue up to 50 uses of this. So if you're in a pack and it's crazy, you can just be moving all around, applying Corrupting Fever. Every enemy that dies that's shocked is going to explode. And that's it, man. I mean, I put in scarabs for pack size. I don't know what's going on here. Let's kill the boss real quick and then clear the rest of the map. So you hit him with your Val Reap. Hit him with your Reap. Over and over and over. And then boom, they're dead. So let's go over here. See what else we got. So yeah, you just bounce into him. Boom, boom, boom. Now for our auras, I'm using Herald of Ash, Tempest Shield, and Pride. So we got Herald of Purity, Herald of Ash, Pride, and Tempest Shield. And this is increasing our physical damage, and this is causing the explode you're seeing. But without Herald of Ash on, I'll turn that off. You can see you'll see that we'll still blow up the packs, but they'll just be lightning explosions. See 'em? Lightning explosions. So if you wanted to run a different Herald, if you wanted to run Herald of Thunder, or if you wanted to run Malevolence and not run any Heralds at all, you'll still be exploding. I just like how it looks, so I'm running Herald of Ash with the MTX because I like how the explodes look. So look, we're surrounded. You just keep on hitting it. Keep on lightning warping around, and that's it. You can throw in your Exsanguinate to blow up the pack completely, or just lightning warp around. And it's very effective. Auto bomber. You don't have to use the whatchamacallit of Trathis. You can if you want, if that's like your thing. But I like to have better single target. And to have better single target, what you need is Exsanguinate. You need Exsanguinate, and you need Reap. So you're gonna be using Exsanguinate and Reap. Exsanguinate and Reap. Because if you look at them, this one does 82,000 physical damage per second. And these numbers go up once you get blood charges. And then this one does 319,329 physical damage per second. That's up there with RF. So once we get our blood charges, like I'll pop my blood charges here, the tooltip goes up to 200,000 so I'm doing 242,000 damage plus 800 and something damage over time. So the golems are not where your damage is coming from. What your damage is coming from is you take spiritual aid. You anoint spiritual aid, or you travel up these points all the way to here and take spiritual aid, and then from there, all these nodes that say increased damage, increased damage per summon golem. So we have 14 golems, so that's 14 times 10% increased damage. If you look here, our regen stationary is at 1500, and that goes up once we get once we have all 5 of our endurance charges. That goes up. I've chose to take enduring composure and flow of life, increased damage over time. You want to get increased damage over time anywhere you can, like I got it on this amulet. You go ahead and get yourself a fractured damage over time amulet, and you ult spam until you get +1 Phys, and then you hit it with some exalts, or you can hit it, you can +1 to all spells, get another suffix on there, get another prefix on there, and then add remove Phys, and then have +2. You have +1 level to all physical spell gems and +1 to all spell gems. So this is what I'm league starting, man, and this is a solid league start. And the beautiful thing about it is that if you look at my level 50 POB, you are going to be destroying the campaign. Like Firestorm hooked up to Cruelty, Combustion, Elemental Proliferation, or even Arcane Surge, whatever you want. You could have a 3-link Firestorm. Firestorm, Combustion, and Arcane Surge, and you are still going to crush the campaign with Elementalist. It's just a fact. And I like to throw Righteous Fire in there and just shield charge around. I mean, as long as you can get yourself fire resistance, you're going to have the regen to sustain Righteous Fire. No problem. No problem at all. You just craft fire resistance on all your gear. Now, does that make your resistances a little lopsided? Maybe your cold resistance is only 60 and yeah, but as you get better gear, you'll be able to equal those out. So, I mean, that about ends it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that anybody following this build guide will leave a comment and let me know what they think. I'm having a lot of fun with this build. As it stands now, these are chase items. So the build functions without these key items here. So if you look at my if you look at this, I have a level 70 POB with only just this shield, this unique shield or whatever. You could just have a +1. It'd be better to have this shield. It'd be better to have this shield. You know? But you know, grab a Kick Kizaru. That's always going to help you with your regen. Run Vitality if need be. You want to have some good regen. That's how you survive, is with the regen. But yeah, I got an Immortal Flesh on here, but you don't even need the Immortal Flesh or the Kick Kizaru. That's just quality of life. You can simply just have that fire mastery and have overcap fire resistance. So I think overall the nerf to the golems, the nerf to Liege of the Primordial is not a big deal. This is a nerf we could take on the chin, no problem, and this is a strong build. So yeah, like, subscribe, leave a silly comment down below. It's much appreciated. And yeah, enjoy your league start. Subscribe.